In the heart of the city, where shadows stretch endlessly, a figure stalks the cobblestones. The Obsidian Ronin. People whisper his name in fear, for those who see his glowing eyes rarely live to tell the tale. Once he was a man of honor, bound to a master who trained him in the ancient ways of the blade. His master, a revered warrior, held the secret to an arcane sword said to contain the spirit of vengeance. But one night under a blood moon, their temple was engulfed in flames, ambushed by masked warlords. The Ronin fought valiantly, but he was too late. His master lay dying, betrayed by those they once protected. With his final breath, the master bestowed upon him the Crimson Fang, a sword forged from cursed obsidian and bathed in demonic fire. From that day, vengeance became his creed. He shed his name, becoming the shadow they now fear. The Ronin descended into the underworld of the city, making its darkest alleys his sanctuary. He is no longer bound by law nor clan, only by his oath of vengeance and the spirit of his fallen master. Each night the red blade flashes through the dark, a phantom striking down remnants of the warlord clans. They say the sword feeds on blood and fury. The more he kills, the brighter it glows. But with every soul claimed, the blade steals a piece of the Ronin's humanity. He walks between life and death, a soul tethered to vengeance by cursed steel. The city once bustling with life is now silent in places he treads. Even crime lords shut their doors at night. Children grow up fearing the story of the Ronin who sees through walls and strikes before a scream. But it wasn't always this way. He once wore white armor, protector of peace in the Eastern Guard. The betrayal of his order turned him into what he is, a ghost forged in war and shadows. His red sword is not of this earth. It was summoned through ancient rites that cursed the steel with infernal rage. The glyph on his chest plate seals the demonic energy, keeping the sword's hunger from consuming his soul for now. Some say the Ronin has forgotten his own face, hidden for so long beneath his hood. Those who survive encounters speak of a chill in the air, as if death itself lingers with him. Despite the terror, there are still those who seek him, assassins from the same warlord clan. They come in packs, believing they can end him, reclaim the cursed blade, and wield its power, but none return. Their screams echo through the alleys, and then silence. A blood-red glow flickers in the mist, and the city knows the Obsidian Ronin has struck again. Years have passed, yet he hasn't aged. The sword prolongs his life, feeding on the life force of those he slays. But it's not immortality, it's imprisonment. The more he uses the blade, the deeper the curse roots within him. He often stands at rooftops, watching the sun rise, never stepping into its light. Light exposes the pain in his eyes, the weight of all he's done, all he's become. A wandering priest once tried to purify the blade. The moment he touched it, he burst into flames. The Ronin did not flinch, he simply turned and vanished into the fog. The glyphs around his sword change with every kill, marking the sins he cannot repent. Some believe he's hunting for the last betrayer, the one who orchestrated the temple massacre, a general who vanished after the attack, taking with him scrolls of dark magic and forbidden knowledge. If the Ronin finds him, the city may burn with the wrath of 1,000 spirits. Still, some seek him for aid. The desperate leave offerings in alleys, hoping he'll protect them. Sometimes he does. A bloody dagger left behind is the only sign he came. They say he speaks to no one. His voice was lost in the fire with his master. But the sword speaks, it whispers at night, in a language of screams and steel. There's a prophecy inscribed on the Ronin's chest armor, a forgotten dialect of warning and fate. It says, "He who binds vengeance to flame shall either fall by it or consume the world in ashes." The Ronin knows this, and still he walks forward, toward the next shadow, the next scream. Some believe he seeks redemption. Others say he no longer cares for salvation. He is both hunter and hunted, a blade with a will, a man with no future, only purpose. In the city's deepest corner there's a shrine with a single candle. It never burns out. That's where the Ronin was reborn, in blood, in flame, in the silence of a dying oath. He returns there after each battle to meditate and remember the man he once was. But each time he stays a little shorter. The past fading, the darkness growing. A blind woman once offered him tea. He accepted, sat silently, and left a red coin behind. She claimed his eyes glowed not with anger, but grief. For in the end, the Ronin is not a villain, but a man cursed to carry vengeance like a second soul. If you see red light flickering down the alley, run, don't turn, don't speak, because he's not hunting you. But if you see him, you're already too close. He will keep walking until the final warlord is dead. And when that day comes, so too will the Ronin's last breath be drawn. They say the blade will vanish with him, the curse broken or fulfilled. Until then, he remains the shadow within the flame, the fury of the forgotten. He is the Obsidian Ronin, and his legend is written in blood. In the hidden archives beneath the ruined temple, a single scroll remains, sealed in wax with his master's insignia. The Ronin returns to it once each year, meditating in silence as the winds howl through the broken stone. It's said that scroll holds the spell to either break the sword's curse or unleash its full wrath. He hasn't dared open it, afraid of what the truth may demand of him. Deep within the city, a new cult has risen, worshippers of flame who believe the Ronin is a divine harbinger. They paint murals in ash and ember, calling him the Ember Saint, the flame-born judge. He destroys these shrines without a word, for he is no god, only a remnant of war. A former ally, a swordswoman named Kaida, has begun searching for him, to either save him or put him to rest. They once trained together, laughed together, dreamed of peace beyond the blade. Now she follows the wake of blood and ember, praying she's not too late. In the dreamscape between battles, the Ronin sometimes sees his master, not in anger, but in sorrow. He does not know if it's guilt or the sword playing tricks on his mind. The longer he lives, the more blurred the line between man and myth becomes. Legends spread like fire. Some say he can walk through walls, others that he can summon shadows to fight alongside him. Truth is, he relies on instinct, training, and the terrifying presence the sword grants him. But even weapons of power weigh heavy on the soul. One day, the final enemy will come, whether it be Kaida, the last warlord, or the sword itself. He knows his end nears, but until then he walks the line between justice and vengeance, a flame that refuses to be extinguished. He is the last Ronin, the blade of forgotten honor, and his path is not yet done.